Hello, today we're going to talk about the iBooks app, a very important app for students, teachers, and people who like to read in general. This is a very important app. It's a app that is default on your iPad. So as you see, it's very important. It's one of the Apple exclusive apps. It's only for iOS. So yeah, it's very important. And as I said earlier, if you like to read, if you're a student, if you're a teacher, you really have to learn how to use this app for your leisure or for homework or work. So we open the app. It says books or iBooks in English. As you see, I had already something open there. So this is the first thing that we see, a collection of our books, of the recently read books. And now I'm going to explain you how to access those books. These are the books that you bought. This one, for example, is free. And this is a general store, like you can scroll and see a bunch of books. They actually, you can buy them. I won't because I don't have money. And this is something really, really nice. That is objectives. You can set objectives, reading objectives especially. So you can see if you have a streak or a reading streak, you have achieved those objectives. For example, I have never used this because I don't have an objective really. I just read when and what I like I don't need it. But if you want to start developing these reading habits, it's really useful. So you can just change your objective, I don't know, 15 minutes every day, and you can share with your friends, and you can see all the days that you have achieved that objective. Also different books that you have read this year that are finished. Here I have only 3, but you can set it to, for example, 10 years every year. Finished books every year. So as you can see, it's very interesting tools. You don't have to use them. I don't use them. For example, I don't have objectives. I don't care about my streak. But if you want to develop the habit, if you want to try yourself, to test yourself, you can really use it. It's very useful. The books that you can buy or can't buy. And yes, this is the first page, the home page. Now, I hope, before going here, that is the most important place in the whole app. We go to the store. This is an expanded store. This is like the pro version, the unlimited version of this one. So you can see there a lot of books divided by genre, like romance, thriller, health, juvenile for kids, or all the genres. You can see, for example, I don't know, non-fiction, adventure, books in English. Let's see if it loads. So yeah, for example, here you can find book in English that you want to read, and you want to buy also. So yeah, this is the store. And if there's an interesting book that you can't find on PDF, or that you really, really, really want to read, and you want to help the author, yeah, you can just buy it. If you don't have an ebook, or you just don't have space, you can just buy it. Now this is something new, and something that it's expanded recently. It's a new industry, that is the audiobooks industry. Now people is very, very busy, and reading is expensive. So if you can buy just the audiobook, the audio version of a book, you can just do it. I mean, it's less expensive. I mean, not this one exactly, because this is a very, 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 very famous book. This is like, I don't know, a lot of. This is a 17-hour audiobook. This is a very relevant book. But in any other case besides that one, you can just buy it. Like Anne Frank, 12 hours. And yeah, just someone read it to you. Some of the time, the narrator, the guy that it's reading the book for you is very good. Sometimes it isn't very good. He isn't very good, or he or she isn't very good. So yeah, just if you just don't have time, if you're very busy, just use it. Now you have a search bar, and you can see search for free books. Delete that. Forget about that. You can search anything, any book. Like for example, Anna Frank, as we saw earlier. Anna Frank, for example. You can search it here, and this is all the different versions that are uploaded to the store, the audiobooks and the actual iBooks with that name. Okay, so now that we have seen all these site places that I don't really use. Also, I don't buy a lot of books. I'm a very old man, and I prefer the physical books. I don't have space on my shelves, but who cares? I will generate more space somehow. So here we have the most important place in the whole app, which is the library. As you can see, we can order by age, by title, by author, or manually. Like you can just change them wherever you want in your favorite order. You can also see in this way, not in a list and not in a grid. I prefer the grid because they are easier to search. You have the collections. You can see your finished books, the ones that you want to read, all your books, audiobooks, PDFs, and fragments. We're going to talk about that later. Downloaded and new collection. You can create your own collections about specific themes or school only books, or philosophy only books, or for example, I don't know, this one is anthropology only books, so you can just make that collection to have some order. As you can see, I don't have any order. This is just chaos. And now we're going to actually take a book. If you want to just click on your book, you can see your boop, and it opens on the page that you left. Let's start from the beginning. You can change the page in two ways, two different manners. You can just scroll it like this, up and down, or you can also click the search bar and say write the number page. For example, I don't know, when page number 3, but I want to go to page number 1, so I click it and boom, page number 1. If I want to go to page number, I don't know, 22, I just click it and you see page 22. And so let's start from the beginning, from the different things that you can see in the app. First thing are markers that we're going to see that later also. You can see all the pages in this kind of grid, and you can see all the pages in general and just pick the one that you want to visit. Like for example, again, the 22. So boop, I click it and it goes there. Or if you want to return to the first one, boop, I click it and that's it. Then is the search button. You can the share button. You can share your books, print them, or only you can print the books if you want. And next we have Let's go to another page. Let's go to this one. Let's go to this one. We have the drawing pen. You can here have your pencils. You can write like, I don't know, draw heart. And you have different type of pens. An eraser. And just delete that. And another pen. This one is like marked. I don't know, this one is for making lines. A ruler, if you want to make straight lines in any angle you want, you can twist it and just take a pencil. You make a line. Let's erase this. Let's delete this. And you can change the color of your pens. This is also a marker. You'll see that you can also write on this. The most important is really this one. I don't tend to write on books. I just make notes. But if I want to show that something is important, I just use the marker and just boop, boop, boop. Just I will just underline the page or whatever I want to. And you can also go back. You can delete all your progress. You can go further. You can. This is like Control C and Control A on a computer. You can also change your colors. I want green. So, for example, this page is going to be a green page, but this one is going to be red. This one is going to be. It's very edgy. It's going to be black, for example. So yeah, that's the marker and the pens. Yep. Oh, you can also, one last thing, you can also write text like not with a pen, but with your keyboard. Like for example, important. Just put it in there. You can also assign. You can also sign. I don't know. Why would you like to do this? But you can. Right there. And finally, you can draw shapes. Square. Or a circle. And use a magnifying glass. You can make it bigger or smaller. Just change the focus of your magnifying glass. Maybe you can delete it. Let's delete all of this. Yeah, that's it. That's basically the pen option. Then you have the brightness. You can change from very, very bright, from very, very dark. As you may know, I don't like brightness. I'm a creature of the night, so I just leave it like there. Then we have, as I said earlier, the searching bar. You can search for pages or specific words, like for example, this one, rehearsal and audition. Rehearsal and audition here, yeah, and you see, just show it to you. It's very, very useful. And finally, the mark. You can make marks. Like for example, this is a vocabulary, a glossary. So I want this is important. I will just mark it, and if I go in here, then here, you see, boop. Oh, hey, I left the book. Boop, it appears in there. Yeah, that's almost really it. Oh yeah, one last thing. You can also, another way of underlining, and you can just click here, apply colors, underline your works, delete. If you don't want to do that, you can also add notes. For example, I don't know, purple, very important note. And boop, when you click this little square, it shows you the note that you make. You just have to click it and but no, I actually want to delete it. Boop. And yeah, that's really it. It's a very useful app, a very complete app. I encourage you to try it sometime. Yeah, I think that's all the important aspects, and I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial.